Hey there, dear YouTube audience, and welcome to a new playthrough on my channel. I'm, of course, the one that loves you out there the most. It's the Love Giant. If you want to go straight to the gameplay, it's probably, you can skip along because your boy has to ramble a little bit because this is kind of monumental for me. We start off a new playthrough on my channel, of course, and that is Metal Gear Solid. Now, I don't know if I made it, pretty apparent over the years what my favorite game franchises are, but I guess, I did a pretty okay job. My most favorite game of all time, obviously, is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. As you can see, right here. And you can see that also on my channel, obviously, with all of the randomizers and challenge runs and stuff that I do. And another franchise that I absolutely love ever since its inception, well, not inception, but ever since Metal Gear Solid, basically, for the PS1, obviously is Metal Gear Solid, as you can see right here. And obviously I have every single that is Euro, yeah. Every single Metal Gear Solid game that has been out there, even the one for the Game Boy Color, which I think is just could be Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2, actually. And obviously also Metal Gear Solid 2. I bought this right when it launched, and I still to this day, because there was like some sort of a order kind of thing, that actually came with a t-shirt that just says like Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 2 being my absolute favorite one in the entire franchise, just saying that right off the rip. Fuck all the Raiden haters. Raiden is awesome. It doesn't hold a candle to Solid Snake, but that's besides the point. But I still have this t-shirt, and when we play Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm definitely going to be playing with that t-shirt for, old school, absolute old school sake. I also have have Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I couldn't find it in time. And obviously I also have the OG Metal Gear Solid. This is like special missions. And I also obviously have the original Metal Gear Solid, but I couldn't find the box. And of course, Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3, like the remake, is going to be coming out this year in August. So it's basically right around the corner. So far, I've only purchased Metal Gear Solid Master Collection version because obviously for every Metal Gear Solid game, Konami made a separate release, so they can make more money off of it, I assume. And so far, I only purchased the first one, but we're gonna go through 1, 2, 3. Those are the ones that I played. And then I skipped 4 because I don't have a PS3, because your boy was so stupid and actually bought a Wii instead of a PlayStation 3 or 4. So I didn't play that, so that is going to be like a complete new experience. However, I did watch Bakba Soup play through Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and I'm at 4 at the moment. And I'm also going to watch Twin Snakes, even though that is a fever dream in and of itself. And for some reason, I mean, we all know why, Kojima wasn't involved in Twin Snakes. They didn't port that for the PC. The thing is, given that Metal Gear Solid actually had a PC release, this is like the only one that actually was released for the PC back in the day, and then they had this exclusive deal, I think, with PlayStation or something, where 2 and 3 and 4, I think also 4, were only released for the PlayStation. But now that they basically thought like, okay, we can actually make money off it, people play on PC, then they play on consoles, and we need to preserve these games. The latter, not so much probably for them, but they now basically make a full release for Steam. And yeah, we're playing the first one. The thing is, like, for the first collection, I'm gonna jump into Steam here. It's not only Metal Gear Solid, you also get a little bit of bonus stuff, obviously, that is pretty cool. So we have, I don't know, I don't think I actually have to, go into detail of what Metal Gear Solid is. You all should know at this point. The first 3D title in the Metal Gear series, pioneering a new level of stealth action with live action footage, cinematic cutscenes, and innovative gameplay. And a lot of cutscenes. It says right here, Master Collection version is best experienced with a controller. This title also supports keyboard controls. The thing is, Capcom ports are not the best, and I think that also goes for Konami ports even more so. We have some updates here, and also about this game. Released in 1998. 1 year later was actually Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. This was the first 3D title in the Metal Gear series. The game pioneers 3D stealth action against the threat of war and global nuclear weapons, using live action footage, cinematic cutscenes interwoven with innovative gameplay. The storyline, a whirlwind of intrigue and betrayal, has been hailed as the greatest story in the 20th century and was the third title in the Metal Gear series to become a hit in subsequent years. Interestingly enough, that is also the case for GTA. The third one was also the one that basically pioneered like open world sandbox kind of games, I would say. Also included Metal Gear, the very first one for, I think it was for the SNES. I never played that, but I watched the AVGN episode about that. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which I'm not sure. I mean, this one literally just says Metal Gear Solid, but I don't know if that's the first one. It could be. So maybe I played that. So, sort of, you know. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which is not Metal Gear Solid 2, because that is Sons of Liberty, obviously. That is still like the SNES kind of thing. And also the games where Hideo Kojima wasn't involved with. I think for both he wasn't. We have Metal Gear Solid including VR missions and special missions. Obviously the original Metal Gear Solid that we're going to be playing. And it also has special missions. Regular versions of this title are also available as additional downloads, original, okay? So I think like there was also like Metal Gear Solid Integral or something, which is like a Japanese only release. We have the digital book for Metal Gear Solid, the screenplay book, which is cool. Metal Gear Solid Master Book, the Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 screenplay book, and also the Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Master Book. The digital books can be accessed from the game's main menu screen. We're gonna briefly look over that before we hop into the game. So, yeah, let's check out what the collection has as additional stuff. And then we're heading right into the gameplay. Again, timestamps should be, if I don't forget it, in the description below if you want to head straight for the gameplay. However, yeah, let's jump right in it. Okay, I already prepared everything, as you can see. I don't even know where I should put my webcam at this point, but this is basically just the main menu of the collection. And you can, right here, just choose the language. That's actually the Metal Gear Solid 3 menu, interestingly enough. You can choose between the display language. Obviously, we're going to go with English screen. Yeah, that's why you can tell that it's like, you know, a port, because you can't lock, I think, for 60 FPS. I think. At least not for Metal Gear Solid. We obviously go full screen. If you don't do that, you also have some wallpaper basically to choose from. I think I can, yeah, I can show that. You can also align the thing, which is kind of cool if you stream or if you just record. You can choose between like different wallpapers who are actually pretty goddamn cool. I don't think they're like GIFs, but they're still all pretty neato. But yeah, given that we play in full screen, we're gonna go with that, obviously. We have audio, which is just basic. Notifications, which is basically just, you know, you can scroll through the updates that the game had. I think, yeah. And all the additions that I basically did. You can also bind your buttons. Obviously, we go with the regular controllers, which should be okay. We have the screenplay book, which is interesting. We're gonna, I think, actually also kind of, yeah, you can zoom in and zoom out, and then you can just flip through the briefing, which I think are those interrogation footage kind of things. And you can just read through the entire thing if you want to. It was pretty cool that they added that. We have the Master Book. Not a spoiler alert. This book references content from the entire Metal Gear series, not Metal Gear Solid. We recommend reading this after you've completed each game to avoid spoiling your experience. Are you sure you want to read this book? We're just going to take a quick peek into it. Love that one. We have File 1 for the Metal Gear Archive. And there is pretty much everything. Oh yeah, also Metal Gear Solid. We have that right here. And zoom in right here. And read through that. Released in 1998. Can we see? Yeah, that's like the entire evolution of the Metal Gear series. And it starts off with 1987 Metal Gear, and then the NES version, Snake's Revenge. And then Metal Gear Solid 2, Solid Snake, and then Metal Gear Solid in 1998, and then Integral, which is like a Japanese-only release in 1999. 2010, we have the Metal Gear Arcade. Oh, they even fucking have the nerve to fucking reference Metal Gear Survive. Okay. Snake Eater 3D. Yeah, actually also, and then for 2025, has been... Wait, if if we don't count Ground Zeroes, 2008 was the last Metal Gear Solid release. Well, if you count Ground Zeroes, that's 2014. That's still like about, 10 years. And now we have Metal Gear 3 Delta around the corner. And we have Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. I heard about that. Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. We have the Phantom Pain. And then also others, which starts with Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid and Snake's Revenge. Wasn't Snake Revenge? No. Yeah, okay, Metal Gear was the one that the nerd covered. Snake's Revenge, I never knew you'd seen that. Follow-up to the console version of MG, released only in the West. This spin-off had a different story from that of MGS2. They don't, actually, like, okay, history of Metal Gear games, or Metal Gear Solid games. They missed this one, though. Did they? Did they miss the Game Boy Color thing? Probably not in this one. There's a Metal Gear Solid graphic novel in 2006. Portable Ups. Alright. No, it doesn't mention the Game Boy Color. Oh, no, there it is. 2000. Metal Gear Solid. GPC version. Yeah, actually, it's called, It's not called Metal Gear. As I said earlier, it's Metal Gear Solid. So, maybe it's a PS1 port, kinda? In the same style that the NES version was. We have Metal Gear Acid and Acid 2. Those were the card game ones, right? Yeah. I don't even know if they were released outside of Japan. With card game elements. I mean, what was this released on? Maybe maybe I have to try this out, you know? Me being a card game aficionado, I would definitely like that. Then we have Portable Ops, okay. Revengeance. I heard that. Metal Gear Survive, sure. And Metal Gear Solid, the graphic novel. How in the hell is Metal Gear Solid smartphone and arcade titles? I mean, arcade, sure, but smartphone, bruh. The world of Metal Gear and how it ties with ours. Interesting. This is cool. Okay. So you can basically read up, you know, how it blends in actually with our world today, or with the real world. Nice. We have L'Enfant Terrible down there, and also the philosophers and stuff like that for keyword references. We have the characters of every single Kazuhira Miller. Oh, Master Miller, yeah, right. But every single character basically and how they appear. The world of Metal Gear. Jesus Christ, this is a lot. I love that. So you can read up on literally every single thing. We have character files. Best one right there, obviously. We also have Cyborg Ninja. Nice. I don't know, that probably was like, you know, released as a book also. Cool thing. But yeah, read up. I'm going to read up on that, absolutely. But read up on that on yourselves, obviously, at your own leisure. It all says right here, 2005, we played a Shadow Moses incident in this game. Solid Snake comes out of retirement after living in seclusion in Alaska in order to take on a mission regarding Big Boss's corpse. It tells the tale of the infiltration mission that would later be known as the Shadow Moses incident. The game featured many new ideas such as the use of the controller's vibration function and various secrets hidden within the game's packaging. Right. So we have Metal Gear Solid, originally released in 1998. We have voice and subtitles, English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. I think the only Metal Gear Solid game, don't quote me on that, but I think the only one that doesn't have English as a default language, but actually was dubbed in English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. Obviously, everyone out there, let me know in the comments where you're from and if you played this game in English or if you played it in your native tongue, because I played that obviously in German. Vulcan Raven's voice was cool. Solid Snake's voice doesn't fit. Colonel is okay. But we are going to be playing that in English for the first time for me, actually. English, North American, and Japanese available as add-on content. There's even Japanese voice acting. Okay. We have Metal Gear Solid special missions, which is this one. €7.60. You know, I bought it for that much. Originally released in 1999, VR training sold predominantly in Europe. Okay. Still English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. I don't know what VR missions is. Released in 1999, VR training sold predominantly, in North America. Some content differs from that in Metal Gear Solid special missions. Region-locked stuff, basically. Yeah, but it almost has the same cover art also. Only in English. And then we have Metal Gear Solid Integral. Original released in Japan in 1999. English audio only. Japanese and English subtitles. Difficulty settings and VR disc have been added. The thing is, we don't have the Japanese language pack installed, which I think we can do over Steam in the reference things. I think I'm gonna look that up. If that, you know, does anything different. I don't think it does. But obviously we're gonna go with Metal Gear Solid, the original one. Save data will be created for each of the following language groupings. Please keep this in mind while playing. Sure. We're gonna go with the English one. We also have the online manual. I think that is the case for every single game. And you can just look up, whoops, pretty much everything from, you know, with the mouse too. We have introduction. We have pretty much everything that was also in the manual back in the day. We're gonna start up and take a good old look at the... Well, not... At the main menu of the game, because the intro comes afterwards, obviously. Or maybe we do have an intro.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
And we're not heading into the game just yet. That was just for the main menu right here. And we have Metal Gear Solid. Let's fucking do this. 1987 to 1998 Konami. Back then when they were actually kind of bearable. Okay. So we have VR training right off the rip right here. The briefing is basically the one that you saw in, like, for the screenplay kind of thing, where you can look through the briefings, basically. But I think it's like they're like extremely goddamn long. I can skip that, okay? But yeah, that is basically, yeah, you can look through every single one. You have the mission description, operation outline. I think there are also like, yeah, different kind of stuff down there. You have the operation member and also detailed information about literally every single thing. Also about the Foxhound unit. If you want more background, basically, on the entire mission.
Colonel, I don't work for the...
Hold up. Didn't I bolt out? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's check options real quick, but I don't think there's anything that we have to be aware of. Captions are on. Vibration is on. Vibration test is strong. Absolutely. All right. That should be okay. I'm not sure about VR training. I guess that's a light version of like special missions / VR missions. So yeah, with that being said, my friends, I was about to say Resident Evil for some reason. Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if like the intro that we just saw is the same one that we get right now. I'm not sure. If it is, then we're gonna skip right into the game. If not, I'm gonna turn off my webcam real quick and we're gonna check out the intro and then we hop right into this madness. So yeah, if there is an intro, enjoy. If not, I'll see you right then. Oh yeah, and also we play on normal, just to let you know. We don't play on easy because it's so easy, and we don't play on hard because goddamn, I haven't played this game in like 15 years or something. So normal it is. Let's go.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
And it's just as I thought. I just went to the Steam properties and there you can basically select the North American localization, language, whatever, and also the Japanese one. So let's jump right into this goodness. Obviously also soundtrack is fucking amazing. And everyone that worked on this is just fucking dope. Alright. So we're obviously Solid Snake. We can crawl. We basically can also fight, but that is not like the main thing. We're gonna try to infiltrate and not be seen. the ultimate stealth infiltration fantasy right here. Obviously, these puddles, when we go through them, the enemy can hear that. Controls are obviously a little bit limited if you have played like other Metal Gear games before. But that is to be expected. That is still the same. So we have rations, which basically heal us. You're not coming... Actually, I could just crawl under here and then try to go over. Let's see. Sometimes... Bless you. Sometimes they hear that. You can also hear me walking through that. And now we just play the waiting game. We have another ration here, but at the moment we are 2. Obviously, our health is not the best, as you can see. But that will come up later. Actually, you can really see like my inventory, but obviously those are the rations. Maybe I should put myself under the radar or something. Nah, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna stay here for the remainder of the first session, and then we'll see. I also like basically how they do this here. Like you have just like a movie basically. You know, at the beginning, like you see the credits. You basically get acquainted with the entire whole area where you can diddle around a little bit and find out what happens if you just don't take the stealth aspect of this game serious. Because obviously you can end up in a shootout. You can punch people. As you can see in a second. You can either punch them and then they are unconscious for a little bit. This is basically the triple combo right here. Usually after that they are dizzy. Again, they can wake up after a while. Or you can grapple them like this. And then when you just mash this, like you can hold him and then you can drag him basically. You can walk with him, use him as a human shield basically. And then they can try to struggle free. When that happens, you have to press circle, square again to strangle him again or to choke him again. And then after a while, you can also just mash this and then he's dead. You break his neck basically. And then he's completely eliminated. If you've never played Metal Gear Solid, which I think pretty much every one of you has. I hope. And also, you know, back then, obviously, I was like 9? 1999, I was 8. So I was like 8 or 9 years old. I think I played it when I was 10 or 11. And obviously, I didn't know. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. I mean, this is cineastic, you know? This is cinematic as fuck. There have been some cinematic games before that, but I think this is like, this takes the cake. Look at that. Vibration also. You feel it? Let's do this. But yeah, when you're 9, 10, or 11 years old, you don't know what the fuck happens. You just listen to the plot, but you don't understand it, but it's still dope. Let's see how much we can understand now. Vibration? Can't hear it. Music, camera, everything is just so much like a movie. Love it.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake.
Get used to that. We have a lot of codec moments.
Down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Pause.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take
Super
it easy,
dry?
I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D.
Behind D.
You said the thing.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
We can give him the slip. Could be also Nikolai from Resident Evil 3. Unlikely. Or Brad from Resident Evil 1 going straight to the mansion.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh,
The
sorry.
best.
I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Ah, fuck yeah.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system.
We don't have her in Metal Gear Solid 2, which
The
sucks.
bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make
Do they?
sure you don't let them see you.
We'll see about that.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
I like how they basically make it so, you know, it kind of makes sense in a real-life scenario.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
You want my Google
Got
Map
it.
location?
I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Actually, nowadays they would just be
Seriously,
smartphones.
Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96.
Gotcha.
It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
No, I fucking
Remember,
won't. I
except
saw
for
that
your
wink. I
binoculars, you're
see you.
naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By
Absolutely
the way,
not.
sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
They drain your HP. But yeah, you're gonna use that. I think we're only gonna use that in one place, actually.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Pineapples? Oh, grenades. Right. Pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
Okay, the guard is sleeping, but there is a security camera right above him, so... I always use this one up there.
See it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Knock on the front door. Immediately gets blown out of this shit. Okay. So we can't crawl under here, so we have to go this way. We have spotlights there and something in the middle. This could be chaff grenades. My name is Jeff. Because chaff grenades disable the security cameras. Again, like, we can basically try to get in the air duct over there, but then again, you know, the problem is the guard isn't the problem because he's asleep. We can just knock him out. But the security camera is a problem here. And we had a guy patrolling here. That's a ration? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get the SOCOM, the pistol, basically, so we can actually defend ourselves at least a little bit. But I have to go around this way. I'm gonna make some footsteps here so the guy actually sees this. I fucking love that, you know? For a PS1 game, that's fucking insane. So he's just gonna follow the footsteps now. We have one camera there. SOCOM is up here. There we go. Oops. Oh, thought he saw us. Is there something down here? Nope. Okay. Let's equip this. If we happen to die and our health goes below and we have a ration, it just automatically consumes the ration. SOCOM is a semi-automatic pistol. Hold down square to aim, release to fire. This is unsuppressed, so everyone is going to hear that. Wait, there's an area here.
A surveillance camera?
Snake! Okay. Okay, I guess I can just shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Move that ass over. Okay. Stun grenades. Alright. Okay, so... I guess I can rush over and just shimmy on the wall adjacent here. But... okay. Don't trust the radar too much, I guess. Can I make it through there? Oh, shit. Hold up. Oh, my name is Jeff. Okay. Actually, okay. I never went this way. So, oh, shit. Nice, I'm gonna turn. Usually I always take the spots on the top here. So, yeah, this guy, we're just gonna knock him out. And I'm gonna throw a chaff grenade. Chaff grenade, basically... Actually, stun grenade disables all enemies. Press square to pull pin, release the throw. Disables electronics. Press square to pull the pin, and then release the throw. So we're gonna throw this. It also disables our radar. Ah, shit. Take this guy out. Okay. Judo throw, and they are knocked out. Okay. Also, when we are in alert or evasion, the radar is also disabled. If you crawl into the air duct and don't go through here to the next area, they will actually throw a grenade in there, which is also fucking amazing. Which I didn't... And that goes to show you, you know, how much thought went into this. Follow the rats, I guess. And if you can't see anything, don't worry. Same.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow. That's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that's not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Yeah, pretty brilliant program, huh? If there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice.
Well, I mean, we just came from an exit. Is that saved right away? Yeah. There's also one called Natasha Romanenko, which I know about from the booklets, but I don't know her number. But basically, you can call her up to get information or intel about your weapons. And she's a big fan. I remember that of, I think it was Nikita. And she gives you like a whole fucking, basically visual, well, not visual, but a novel about that. Okay, we go underwater. So this is going to be interesting because obviously when we take the route from upstairs, like the air duct at the bottom, at the top, I mean, we appear in a, we come out in a different spot than we would when we take this one. I think we are at like the first floor here, basically, with this one. Which I still have to go up, I think. Yeah, we see the hangar facility, whatever, right here. Also one guard at the very least. I have some things to fend them off with. Oh, okay. Almost. Okay, one guy there, one guy in the center. This guy's probably gonna come back in a second. Stay safe. What the fuck? Okay, he's coming around. Gotcha. So he's gonna patrol like down here basically, but apparently not. Okay, he's not coming back. I love the music. Okay, the other guy's there, so they're both patrolling basically in... Okay, there's another one. Shit. Fuck. You're gonna turn? Yep. Okay. I definitely want to go upstairs because I think coming from there is actually better. I don't have to take this call, but sure. Let's see.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Sure. Okay, there's a surveillance camera. So we either wait for the cycle or we just throw another chaff. The thing about the chaff also is that the enemy can't hear it when it explodes. Or they can. Never mind. Okay, we need a security card to actually get through there. That's like security clearance 1. We're gonna find that later. It doesn't hold on for that long. But I also hear us walking over these floors here. There's probably something there. There's a security camera there. What's this? Can't see the clearance from here. Clearance 2. Okay, so we can't get in there. Yet. Okay, this camera moves. But I'm still gonna throw a chaff. To be safe. Thermal goggles. Okay, maybe we don't need the Zigs at all then. A problem with Zigs when you use them is Solid Snake's favorite brand. Smoking is hazardous to your health. It literally slowly, very slowly, depletes your HP when you equip it. But it lets you see like, well, you'll see. You'll see. I think there was like another little area where you can find some goodies. We can just, yep. Walk about here. We're gonna wait. And go. Right. It should be okay. Maybe? Okay. I'm gonna scope out around here. Like that was the air duct where we basically looked through. Maybe there's no other room here, actually. Seems like it. Now, that's the elevator. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm a fucking chameleon. I think I'm fine here. Oh, wait, there's something. Bullets. Again, the SOCOM that I have is nuts. It doesn't have a suppressor, so everyone's gonna hear that shit when I fire it. Thank you. Oh, shit. There we go. I think we can use it twice and it appears a little bit faster, I think. And he said down, so... B1? Basement 1? Okay, too late. It's an interesting green dot. It's more like a green mesh. It's like missing no. I think we can... Okay, never mind. It's like a similar scene in Metal Gear Solid 2 where we can basically fuck with the president. Pause.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Wow, that's a quick-ass game. God damn. Okay, security clearance 1. Okay, so here's a glitch that speedrunners basically use that skips a huge chunk of the game. Oh, that's a ration. I'll take that. Basically, where you go in there and then you just spam get up before you get into this little thing. But we're not going to do that, obviously. This is basically like the kernel is just like, oh, here's how you use a ladder. I know. I know how. Don't you worry about me. Your boy can handle it. Oh, there's something.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
I don't remember this guy's name, but he's gonna be relevant. Also in future Metal Gear Solid games. There's also something there. SOCOM bullets, sure. I think we're stacked completely now with what in terms of that. Yep, 25. I think if you actually don't pick it up at the beginning in that little military thing, I think you find it somewhere down the line. Maybe you get it from in a second in a cutscene. Maybe? I'm not entirely sure though.
Is that a woman? Not.
Well, obviously. Unless. What you got?
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Well, yeah, I figured. Okay, this is a dead end, so this is him. Get used to codec and lots of cutscenes.
Who's that?
Oh, rumbling.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
think we're gonna get shots from... It's in the name of the game.
Gear. It can't be.
He said the thing!
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects.
Apparently.
How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
Laughs in Alaskan.
On the contrary. It's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Get used to that also, Snake repeating the last
Rex
word.
has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
It's like that South Park episode when you talk to girls, you just repeat the
Metal
last
Gear
sentence that they
Rex.
said.
The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
Really think he's talking to himself?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
Love that guy.
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That is so far down the line in the game. So far.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the
At
second
the
floor
bakery?
basement.
Second floor basement.
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
The Pentagon?
Pentagon. What is it?
And the guard doesn't hear that.
Hey, what happened?
A little bit more urgency, Meryl. Yeah, in your voice, maybe. Dead.
Dead.
Well, that happened.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
Don't lie to me.
Heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Almost.
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, we got a ration. Well, that sounded like fun. Your boy's ready, Mom Spaghetti. Whoever that was, he didn't leave the room. I see him on my radar. Okay.